What up, Raffleaders? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk about retirement in Guyana. What will it take for you to retire in Guyana if you're, say, coming back to Guyana from abroad, or if you're living in Guyana and you want to retire? So we want to talk about financial strategies. How do you prepare for retirement? And in the view of the coming rise in the Guyanese economy, what can you look forward to? What can you prepare for? How can you prepare to retire in Guyana? Stay tuned.
Oh, this is my day. I'm ready to take it on, come what may.
So the issue of retirement requires careful planning and attention, right? So you want to be able to retire on some reasonable income. You want to retire with some reasonable amount of health or health care, and you want to retire in safety. So those are the three things you want to be careful to plan for. That is finances, health, and safety. So let's start with finances. The first thing you need is you need multiple revenue streams. So if you want to retire anywhere in the world, and particularly if you want to retire in Guyana, you need multiple sources of revenue, right? You need your pension, and you need your social security. And in Guyana, pension is not very much. Pension is about $100 a month. So if you're Guyanese, you want to be able to supplement your pension with other sources of income. So you need multiple revenue streams. So the first thing is you want to make sure that your pension and your social security are in order and that you are eligible and that you're preparing for them. But you need to add to that. So number two is you need to plan for property. So most Guyanese and a lot of people abroad have converted their homes to rental property. So if you were thinking of moving back to Guyana, you want to think of buying some property that you can rent out, that you can use as a rental property, particularly with the coming rise in the demand for living places to live because of the influx of expats to work in the oil industry, right? So the second revenue stream is you want to consider investing in property, not only property that you will live in, but say multifamily property so that you could rent a portion of it out to fulfill the demand for property in the coming years. Number three is you need savings, you need assets, and you need dividends. So if you have the means, at this point you should be investing in the stock market. You should be investing in a Guyana stock market. You should be buying assets that will appreciate. That means buying land, buying property, and buying commodities that will increase in value. And I understand now that rich people are not only buying art, they're also buying these expensive cars like Porsche and collectible cars, that is. Collectible vintage cars that will appreciate in value as time goes by. So you want to consider acquiring assets that will appreciate in value, but also assets that can be liquidated and that will allow you to recoup the investment in it. So you want to invest in the stock market, you want to invest in art and sculpture and real estate, and you want to invest in things like cars and other in fact, in Guyana it's still quite popular to invest in gold. So these are assets that can be liquidated and that can fund and fuel your retirement years. And then fourthly, there's businesses. So there are businesses that you can start and you can run even in retirement. So you want to think about what is it that you can do as a business that will provide a fourth revenue stream even during your retirement years, right? And that could be anything from sports to food and beverages to entertainment to anything that you have a passion for that you always wanted to do. And we can talk more about that because, like I said, I have 10 ideas for businesses that you can invest in and that you could build and grow in Guyana that I am investing in and that I'm building and growing in Guyana. So the second thing you want to plan for in retirement is health, right? I don't know what your state of health is or how the history of health in your family is. So this is something you begin to pay attention to as you get older. You want to look carefully at the family history of health in old age in your family tree. And you also want to pay very careful attention to your own state of health because health is an important part of retirement. As you get older, there are things that you will lose in terms of your abilities and you want to plan for them. So in terms of healthcare, Guyana has a national healthcare system that is free, but we also have a paid healthcare system where you can go to a hospital, a private hospital, and pay for your health care. Now, how to pay for that is what is the issue. How do you pay for health care? If you want, for example, treatment for catastrophic care like cancer, which would be very, very expensive, you may need to invest in insurance. And that is health insurance and life insurance, which you can purchase. Right? Or if you're living abroad, you might want to maintain your insurance, or you want to be able to go back to your physician in the States or in Canada or in the UK, where you have a history with them and where your care is still guaranteed, right? So if you're in Social Security, you probably have Medicare in Canada or in the US or when you retire. So those are facilities you want to continue to take advantage of in retirement. And in Guyana, you will be able to take advantage of the free healthcare system, but it is not that great yet. I'm still working on that. So one of the companies that I have is going to provide better diagnostic and treatment for especially diseases that are associated with aging. But healthcare is an important thing to plan for. And like I said, you have the option of taking advantage of the healthcare system, the private healthcare system, the public healthcare system, or preparing for catastrophic care by investing in health insurance. And finally, safety. So in Guyana, we do have a problem with crime. If you want to see my discussion on crime, you can check this video. I'll place a link to that video here. Now, safety is very, very important in retirement because as you get older, you can become a target for crime. And so in Guyana, you want to find a gated community where security is part of the bargain, part of the deal you make. You want to find a network of security or secure friends and family that you want to associate with. So security is an important thing to plan for in retirement. I'm going to go into more of that in future videos and future discussion, but these are the three things. You want multiple revenue streams, you want to plan for healthcare, and you want to plan for security. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. In the comments below, tell me about your plans for retirement or how you think about retirement, what you think about retirement in Guyana possibly, compared to retirement, say, in the United States, maybe Florida, or in Canada. I don't know where Canadians go to retire, but tell me what you think about retiring in Guyana. And remember, you can share this video with friends and family around the world and let them know what is happening in Guyana. Later!